played, and then today I felt very disappointed in maybe our energy in that first half. You can say, well, it's expected. No, it's not expected. I was very disappointed. I'd call out almost every player other than I thought the guy that played the hardest and the best, and then he started cramping up, was Walker. Hauser got in foul trouble, did not play very smart. Malik did not play nearly how he's been playing. Marty, I think, is a pleasant surprise. He's been that way all year. He really did a nice job offensively, believe it or not, and defensively, he didn't do a very good job either. So we weren't very good defensively. Our lack of depth hurt us. I did that on purpose with Hauser. We told him that we're going to play him, which maybe a real game we wouldn't, but sometime we're going to have to because of our lack of depth till we get Akins back. And I felt that Joey, for as smart and good a player as he is, just made an insane mistake there that really cost him and us. And the other area that was impressive was, I think, Trey Holloman and Jackson Kohler brought some energy. Trey brought a lot of energy at the point, putting pressure on them. We rebounded and played much better defensively the second half. But I'd be remiss if I didn't give credit to Korn and how hard and tough. I said at the beginning I always have some keys, and my key was play Spartan basketball. What does that mean anymore in this day and age where it's harder to maintain culture and things? But there's been a saying that's been on the championship ring, and it's never changed, and it never will change. I don't give a damn what parents say, what fans say, what media says. Players play, tough players win. Doesn't change. Doesn't change. You can tell me about finesse. I watch the Lakers. I watch teams with talent. I watch this and that. Players play, tough players win. We had more talent than Grand Valley. They played tougher than us. Simple. So, good lesson. But, against a very good Tennessee team, we did bring it with some energy, and we played tough. So, consistency is what every coach looks for, and we got our work cut out, so now it's back to the lab, favorite place to go, and see if we can get our guys to play harder and guard a little better. And the other negative was I didn't think our fast break has looked very good at this point, and AJ on that, pushing it. And I don't think our ball movement was very good. We've been moving the ball. We had a couple in the second half where it really moved the ball well, but just weren't as consistent on that. So, questions?
Thomas, it's ironic that you mentioned that, because I was going to say, what's the challenge with your team of getting ready to play an in-state school where this game means a whole lot more to them, because this is something they'll probably be telling their kids about playing at the Breslin Center, when it's not that big top 10 name across the chest, but it's, Grand Valley across the chest?
Yeah, I tried to tell them I've been Grand Valley. The advantage of being a Division II guy. My first collegiate start at Northern Michigan was against Benny White, Gregory Kelser, at Northern Michigan. And it was, I can remember it today, like it was yesterday, because that was the biggest moment of my collegiate career. And these guys get to play here, which is pretty impressive for them. And I thought Korn did a great job. They're going to win some games now. I mean, they got some toughness. That center played very well. He's Division I transfer. And but we didn't play very smart. I didn't think we did a very good job as a coaching staff either. You got to pick and choose what you do in these games. You kind of want to get an idea. You want to get a feel. Is it going to be a player-led team? Is it going to have to be a coach-led team the whole time? So we didn't overemphasize anything, and we handed out the scouting report. And I was, since everybody gambles now, I was gambling with my coaches, who would read it, who wouldn't, not knowing who drives it and who shoots it. So they flunked that test. but we flunked the test too as coaches, because 27 years, 28th year, I should know better. I should know better. So I took some of the blame, and I will take some of the blame. But you're right, but that means you can turn it on, turn it off. We all know how that works. It doesn't work very good. But I don't want to, look at this as we had a good second half. We played better. That showed a little something, but I promise you it'll give me something to coach tomorrow. Promise that.
You mentioned Trey Holloman earlier, and he looks like a guy who doesn't try to do something he's not supposed to be doing out there, and obviously a good way to stay on the court, I'm guessing. But when you get Jaden back and that changed the rotation a little, do you still see him as a part of things based on sort of what he gives you there?
I do. There's going to be some other guys that better become a part of things. We're experimenting a little. Malik played so well down there, and he didn't play as well today. But second half he was better. But we need Jaden Akins. I mean, he's one of our best players. Maybe this summer, more than one of our best players. He can do a lot of things. He can guard. But we're better defensively than we played. We just looked like we were. As you said, we did not respect them like you should, and so I guess we went on load management and just decided to take it easy a little bit, and you know how much I like that, right? It's right next to Twitter, transfer portal, and all the other things that, so I'm not real fond of that.
Tom, what was working a little better offensively for you in the second half, would you say?
Well, we got the ball inside right away, and we got some inside outs. And passing the ball inside gets you some spacing, and it makes them respect you a little bit in there. They start sagging. I did think we did a good job of that. But with Joey out of there, Joey's been the best player in the summer. And I'd say Tyson's been right there with him. And, getting in foul trouble and the way he did it, he didn't look like he was in sync compared to what he's been. But unlike last year, the year before, I think he'll bounce back just listening to him in the locker room. And so I think that'll be all good. I thought we guarded a lot better, so we got some turnovers, and we got some breakaways from long rebounds. I didn't think we fast broke like we should, but I thought we got some breaks. I mean, what it ended up, fast break points 21-7. That really looks good. I think that the scorers table is a little bit like the referees. They're coming back from a long summer too, and maybe don't see things the way I see them, because that looks like we really fast broke good, and I didn't think we did.
Tom, I'm wondering, you get 26 points, 9 assists, 10 steals between Hogard and Walker. I guess the combination of the two of them together out front, what do you like from that? What do you need more of? And you mentioned about the load management. Those two guys both seem to get a little dinged up there. I guess, is that kind of something that's in the back of your mind to make sure they're okay?
Tyson's in great shape. AJ, Tyson's in great shape. AJ's got, some work to do in that area, but, it's kind of funny, it reminds me of Draymond Green when he wanted to be a 3, and Malik, everybody wants to play these other positions, or they want to play a lot of minutes. Well, with that goes a responsibility. And so I think it was a good learning experience even for Tyson, He said, I didn't feel tired. I said, well, maybe you didn't drink the water you did. Maybe you didn't do the things you did. So I'm gonna get to go back to my office tonight. I'm picking on everybody. I'm getting the trainer. I'm getting the Gatorade guy. I'm gonna get them all, and we're gonna figure out how we can do a better job. But that was good. But I didn't. If AJ, the 5 turnovers, 4 turnovers are unacceptable because they were bad turnovers, and we can't do that.
Anything else, guys?
Wow, awesome! You guys are perfect this year. So we'll be better. We were better the second half, and we'll be hopefully better in the next game. And I've really enjoyed this team so far, except for the first half of this game. But I think bouncing back says a little something. But I probably haven't given enough credit to Grand Valley because they made some shots too when 10 made, or the one big guy made the three, and I thought number 11, I thought Kingsley Okanu, he really played well. I mean, he played physical, he played hard, he took it right to us. Man, we went against some 7-footers in Tennessee that didn't do that, so give him credit. He made some of those shots, but I don't think we did a good job either. Like I said, when you don't play good, seriously, the great part about my job now, I used to be afraid to say I didn't do a good job because they'd want to fire you. Now I can say I didn't do a very good job either. And some of it was purposefully to see if our team would be a player-coach team. They're not yet. And some of it was just, didn't put as much into it for various reasons because you don't want to make every game like it's the Super Bowl because we got a bunch of Super Bowls coming up. So so I think I learned too, I'm still learning, I promise you that. Thanks, guys.
A quick update on Jaden.
Yeah, that's fair. He's been working out. Just talked to his dad. I'm going to have a talk with the doctor in Green Bay tomorrow. Has not had any pain. Says he's not in great shape, but Jaden Akins is the best conditioned guy I got. I ain't worried about that. I think it's sketchy from my standpoint, like it was with Cleves, that I'm not going to jeopardize a season for a game. But all I can do is go on him. There's no more x-rays that show anything. There's no more. It's if there's a little bit of pain, you ease off. If there's not, you move forward. He'll work out a little bit tomorrow. We're not working out. And Thursday, Friday, we'll try to do. He's done layups. He's done fast break stuff. He's done things like that. He's run on the treadmill. The hardest thing that people come back from foot issues is lateral. Can he move laterally? But I was watching him dunk yesterday and chewed him out for it, in fact, but kind of enjoyed it too. So it was a kind of a tough, I didn't know which way to act, but I do see him coming back. Will he play in that first game? Again, I don't know until he starts doing the sideward stuff, starts scrimmaging a little bit. Would he be ready for the second game? That's where the schedule creates a problem because there'll be no game that he can kind of ease his way or we can ease our way into him. But he's such a smart, tough, competitive kid that I'm not worried about it. I think he'll, and trust me when I say, we get into this thing where injuries, if you use it as an excuse, it's an excuse. If it's a reality. Jaden Akins is one of my best two-way players I've had since Gary Harris, I think. And we need him back, especially with maybe the lack of depth we have a little bit this year. But one more body in there, it changes everything. It's not like you need 3 or 4 more bodies. It's just one more body changes a lot. So I'm expecting him to practice Saturday and Sunday. And if he's if everything's good, may play on Monday, but that'll be up to Jaden. Somewhat his father. His father's been great, though. The doctor's been great, the trainer. But it'll be more up to Jaden than me because I trust him. I really do. I trust him. And he knows I'm not playing him, and I'm not asking him to play even remotely hurt. So we'll get him back 95%, or he doesn't play. If he can't practice 2-3 practices in a row, he won't play. If he can, hell yeah, I'm gonna play him. Hell yeah, I'm gonna play him. Thank you.